Hey guys, Casual Gamer Guides here, bringing you my first thoughts on the DLC Ultimate Vault Hunter mode for Borderlands 2. So, just introducing it, this is the fourth and final DLC that's part of the Season Pass, and basically what it's doing is giving you a third playthrough, sort of like true Vault Hunter mode, and in that it's upping the difficulty, it's increasing the level cap to level 61, and it's adding pearlescent weapons as well, and it's increasing the drop rate of legendary weapons. So I believe pearlescent weapons are even more powerful than legendaries. They were in Borderlands 1, so I assume it'll be the same here. But yeah, so I haven't got any of them to show you yet because these are only my first thoughts. I haven't played too much of the DLC yet. But you know, I'm just going to get the negatives out of the way. Basically, my first problem with it is that it really feels like a bit of a slap in the face. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but they've had 3 more valid opportunities, in my opinion, to raise the level cap and actually give us something fun to do while leveling up. We had brand new stories in the form of the first 3 DLCs, and I just think that raising the level cap in any one of those DLCs would have been more valuable and funner than raising it just for a new playthrough of the exact same game. You know, so like that makes it pretty clear to me they've done this purposely. They've thought, you know what, we'll just make the 4th DLC, instead of adding new content, we'll just raise the level cap and put a 3rd playthrough, and that'll be enough because, you know, these suckers want to get to level 61, that'll be enough to make them have the purchase. So, you know, that's one thing that a bit of a gripe with about this DLC, but if you can get over that, then go ahead with this one. And the other thing is that it's half the price of the rest of the DLCs. Like, you know, so we're really only saving $4 instead of the, or Australian money, $4 instead of the proposed 8. I mean, like, it's still enough, I guess, but like I said, it's pretty clear that they're purposely doing this just to, you know, they're doing the bare minimum to make that season pass valid, to make that sale. They're doing the bare minimum, and I'm kind of irritated by that. But yeah, and the other bad thing is that, like, it's the exact same game. You know, I still enjoyed my 2nd playthrough. I'm enjoying my 3rd playthrough right now. But you might not. So just bear that in mind. There's nothing new. It's the same game. But that's the bad news out of the way. The good news is they've done what they said they would. So if you liked the idea of this 3rd playthrough and raising the level cap, if you thought that was worth the sale, then it is worth the sale because they've done what they said they would. You know, this is a difficult new game. It's harder than true Vault Hunter mode was when you were level 30 going into it. This is really hard, and the enemies always stay leveled to you all the time. So even if, like before, they would be the level that you entered the location at, and then if you left again, leveled up a few times, went back, you'd be over leveled for them. But now they will always raise to your level. So the game is going to be a challenge for the whole thing. And you know, it's a serious challenge. Like you'll see, Mishimong's about to come out. He beats the crap out of me for a solid 5 minutes of this video. Like It's difficult. They've done it on purpose. It's a difficult DLC, or it's a difficult new game, and you know, you have to think about it again. Towards the end of your 2nd playthrough, you're probably just running through it like I was, but you can't anymore. You got to think about it, and you got to really try hard. So, you know, if you're looking for a challenge, this is it. So that's a good thing about this DLC. So you know, you're going to enjoy it. And the other thing is, like, just already pointed out, but I'll explain how good it is. They've raised the level cap, and that's, like I said, I have a gripe with the fact that they've saved it for the 4th DLC, but you know, they did it, and you can get some pretty awesome character builds, which I'll be making some videos of later, and yeah, it's awesome. And the other thing is, as you can see in the bottom of the screen, I'm less than halfway through level 50. I haven't even leveled up yet after all this time, and you know, that goes to show that they've done it clearly so that you can, you know, play through this whole 3rd playthrough before getting to level 61. It's not, you're not just going to get to level 61 within half an hour and then feel like the progression's over again, because, you know, it felt slightly less fun to play Borderlands when, you know, there wasn't a lot, when you would reach level 50 for me, because, you know, there's nothing to progress towards really, but now you get that progression again, and like I said, because you can see it's taking so long, you're going to be feeling that thrill of the progression for a while, so that's another good thing about this DLC. But, you know, there's no surprises in this DLC, because, you know, it's the exact same game, so you gotta accept that. If you're not really interested in a third playthrough, don't let anyone change your mind about that. Don't let any review you see, don't let anything say this DLC is worth it, because if you didn't enjoy the second playthrough that much, if you already thought that was a bit of a grind, don't go for a third. Don't let anyone change your mind. It's not going to be fun for you if you didn't enjoy True Vault Hunter mode. So that's something you've got to accept as well, you know. You have to weigh it with yourself, like, do I want to play Borderlands 2 for a third time? But, you know, those are my thoughts. So I'm going to actually start commentating on the video that's been playing in the background now. So, like I said, Midgemong is beating the crap out of me, and he's not even a real major boss. He's just a bit of a, you know, mini-boss, really. And I'm finding pretty difficult. I'm finding every enemy difficult, actually. And I've got a full legendary loadout. It's all level 50 legendaries, and, you know, I'm not blitzing through it, so like I said, this is just proof here. It's really difficult. You could even see I went down and died before. So, yeah. And my other thoughts are headshots, so critical hits seem to be doing a lot of damage. And the other thing is slag. I haven't figured it out yet. And they did mention it when they were bringing it out, that slag would be upgraded. But, you know, I didn't really pay attention to them. I didn't think it would be necessary, but, sooner or later I finally figure out, hey, maybe I need it, and I try it. And yeah, it really helps out a lot. And the other thing I could see is that, I'm gonna need to find a good shock weapon again, you know, because I sort of got rid of them in my second playthrough, because, you could get through shields no matter what, but it looks like they've upped shield capacity. Like, my fire damage was doing jack crap before, if you could see. Anyway, I'm just scrolling through my legendary weapons. I'm trying to find something that can, you know, turn the tides, because so far nothing is. Tried the Emperor, probably wrong choice, but, you know. Yeah. And the other thing is, they haven't added anything to, upgrade your legendaries as far as I've seen so far. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but, you know, that is sort of another gripe I have. Like, I can't really blame them, but it irritates me. Whether or not you can claim it's their fault or a bad thing, it irritates me that I'm gonna have to find all these legendaries again. That's, oh. And they've claimed that they'll only be effective until level 55 or something like that if you have a level 50 legendary, so it's not long from now that I'll have to get rid of them and hunt them all again. That's really depressing, actually. But, yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, yeah, it's taking ages. I'm getting lots of critical hits here. And with the bitch, so I believe that multiplies critical hit damage. It's still taking so long. Like, wow, look at the bullets. This was like 4 full mags on this one guy. But yeah, so haven't got much else to say other than that, guys. Like I said, this isn't my review. This is just my first thoughts. I'll be bringing out a review sooner or later, and I'll be bringing out some videos of the best character builds when I finally get to level 61. Mostly of the Commando, because that's my main, but I'll probably bring out some others as well. Yeah, see, so just going through my equipment, trying to see something that turns the tide, and I finally figure out, hey, maybe I'll use slag, and immediately, almost immediately at least, it makes a huge difference, you know. This really starts to turn the tide, and then when I get a few critical hits with my sniper rifle on him after he's been slagged, it, you know, takes off so much damage from him. So, you know, slag is the key. I didn't believe them when they said it, but they're right. You know, you need slag, so that's just a bit of advice if you're getting it at this DLC from my part. You need slag. But see, like I said, it just immediately turns the tide, basically. And yeah, it really helps out. So yeah, that's basically about all I had to say, guys. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments. I'm just starting out, so I wouldn't be surprised if I got a few comments saying, you know, you need to get better at commentating. I can see that coming. But, you know, let me know if I'm wrong about anything. Let me know any advice. And I'm not going to ask for likes, but, you know, it would help me if you could just, if you like the video, if you could just subscribe. Just, you know, like, just getting some views, getting some subscribers, getting some feedback would really help me to grow and to understand and to keep me motivated to keep bringing out these videos if you like them. So, yeah, let me know. And I'll see you next time. I'll be bringing out the review soon, so stay tuned for that. See you guys.